salete fetsa bjang re sotla motho.
Everywhere you go,
no matter where you go,
we're with you as your urban lifestyle station. Hype at 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Let's get wavy this month with the High Impact Wave Fest Cruise. Have fun with us this month of May with exciting activities ranging from live band performances to music, games, and comedians that will crack you up. Get the best views of the beautiful waves of Lagos. Plus, there's lots of food and drinks with free popcorn on arrival. To participate, get familiar with our packages. The Prestige package goes for 70k per person, which comes with a 2-course meal. The Deluxe package goes for 100k per person and comes with a 3-course meal. The Royal package for 150k per person with a 3-course meal. The event holds on the 19th of May 2024. The red carpet starts by 3 p.m. The main event begins by 4 p.m. For bookings and more inquiries on each of the packages, call us on 0705 095 5987 or 0815 181 9580 or visit our Instagram at High Impact Cruise, our Facebook at High Impact Cruise Nigeria, and our website www.highimpactcruise.com. High Impact Cruise. Dream, discover, explore.
Are you a solo entrepreneur, startup team, or a seasoned professional looking for workspaces beyond the traditional office setting? High Impact Studios is the perfect place for you. Whether you're into the focus of a private or shared desk, the solitude of a personal corner, the exclusivity of a private office, or the collaboration in a conference room, we've got diverse plans designed around your preferences. So break free from the regular and elevate your work lifestyle by visiting High Impact Studios today. For inquiries, call 0706 393 5694 or 0813 428 2879. You can also send an email to info@highimpactstudios.com to reserve your space today.
Come on over to my place.
Celebrate Children's Day with family fun at High Impact Planet. High Impact Planet is the perfect place to celebrate Children's Day with your entire family.
Really?
With over 50 thrilling indoor and outdoor games to choose from, there's something for everyone to enjoy.
Wow.
Adults can join in on the fun too and bond with their kids over activities like a skating rink, arcade games, thrilling rides, and more.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, our delicious food and beverage options will keep you fueled up all day long. The entry fee is only 10,000 naira per guest to enjoy 5 hours of unlimited fun and excitement. For more inquiries, reach us on our social media handles on Instagram at High Impact Planet NG, on Facebook High Impact Planet, or call 0814-229-9509 or 0812-2714-373. Prepare for an unforgettable experience. High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resorts, the destination of choice.
The storylines, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the inside info, and all the action on and off the field. Catch up with all your favorite sporting action live on Sports Hub every Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. right here on High Impact 102.1 FM. The stakes are high. The competition is huge.
Chelsea are getting closer.
The prize of victory all reward.
Oh, the goal from Gabriel Martinelli!
And no matter the teams we stand with, everyone believes this season is our season. Catch all the footballing action from the leagues in the world live on Sports Hub.
Absolutely glorious from Arsenal Palace.
Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. on High Impact 102.1 FM.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
So everywhere's a bit boring. I was wondering where I could get the perfect blend of education and entertainment. Do you have any suggestion?
Of course I do. You're at the right place. Here on High Impact 102.1 FM, we give you premium edutainment. We promise you'll never get bored with us.
In this Nigeria?
Yes, and here's the good news. You can actually listen to us wherever you are.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzin Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag. And count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now. Hands up for your colors.
Where you talk about sport, and then you talk about Manchester City. Currently on the way right now at the Craven Cottage, 3 goals up. Yusko Gavido definitely getting a breath in that one. I talk about the first goal of that encounter, a 19 pass moves. Amazing, is that not? And yes, another installment of the title race in the English Premier League. Looks like, just as everyone has been predicting, this particular one will be going down to the wire.
Look how far we
Good afternoon, sports fans. A wet, cozy, cool, calm, and collected afternoon right here in the industrial city of Lagos. I'm welcoming you to the Sports Up Show on your number one urban lifestyle station. This is Impact Radio 102.1 FM, 11th day in the month of May, year 2024. And yes, just like I mentioned, another installment in the Premier League title running. Talking about the race for the Premier League title this season. Arsenal, Manchester United tomorrow. But then we'll talk about the game that is currently on the way right now. 79 minutes played already. And Manchester City 3 goals up already. But then Pep Guardiola playing the mind games already. Talking about Arsenal, Mikel Arteta. Talking about them looking like the Liverpool side will give him a tough time in the title race a couple years back. Don't forget that amazing season that was in the 2021 season when Liverpool gave him a run for his money, and then he's now saying okay, maybe it is the same way this Arsenal side is built as well. Walker definitely rested for the start of this particular game, but yes, Manchester City 3 goals up already. You can tell what's going to happen before the end of the season. Craven Cottage definitely allowing goals in. And let's talk about that particular game that is going to come up tomorrow. Everyone is definitely waiting for that particular encounter. Looks like a season decider for Arsenal, by the way. Maybe United will be doing their City rivals a favor. While Arsenal is definitely on another level right now as compared to Manchester United that we know today. Over the last 3 years, Manchester United side have been dipping in form, and yes, hopefully Arsenal will go to the Old Trafford and get a win for the first time in 15 visits. Yes, they've been to the Old Trafford 15 times without a win. Maybe or maybe not, they'll be able to do something different. The last Arsenal player that scored at Old Trafford I was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and that was in 2020. So you see, it's been a long time coming. So yes, let's see. Maybe there's going to be something different from the 3-1 that ended the encounter back then at the Emirates Stadium in September. Talking about the recent form, you agree with me? Arsenal is very much in top form because talking about the last 5 matches, they've only lost 1 game, and that's the game in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. While for Manchester United, have only won 1 in their last 5 matches, and that was a nervy 4-2 win against Sheffield United. Some contrasting teams right there. Talk about their forms as well. We'll see what they'll do when they get into the field of play come tomorrow. Because here's the Super Sunday in the English Premier League. Sports Option 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM, and yes, definitely I'd like you to be a part of the show this afternoon. Let's get interactive, citizens, because there's so much to look into, so much to talk about. Can Manchester United do a dent to Arsenal title chances? Let's see how that one is going to pan out. A victory or a draw is all that's needed between these sides tomorrow. Don't forget you can keep track of this update and many more by following me across all social media platforms on X and Instagram at impact 102.1 FM. And yes, I'm live on Facebook at impact radio 102.1 FM. You can also watch us on YouTube at impact radio 102.1 FM. Stream us live at impactstudios.com. That is hi-impactstudios.com. Send me a message on WhatsApp or maybe a regular text message 0907 224 5018 0907 224 5018. Call me up into the studio 0700 1021 1021.
In the unity we found, I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come.
And yes, let's talk about the Nigerian under 17. Talking about the Golden Eaglets. They are right there in Ghana right now, looking to partake in the Wafu B under 17 championship. Yes, winners already, but they'll be looking to go defend their title. Well, lots of talk about Coach Manu Garba and the boys that he picked. 19 players already, and yes, we've seen our teams congratulating their players. But then did not just happen because there's calls that why did he not pick players from the under 17 youth league? We've seen the under 15 in play. We've seen the under 17 as well. So why did he not pick players from there? Well, congratulations to the shortlisted players who will be done in the jersey of the Golden Eagles of Nigeria right there in Accra, Ghana. I'll be taking you through that particular one in the course of the show today, and then we'll take a look about the Young Player of the Year award as well. I can feel Foden winning 3 times in a row. Don't forget that he's done it 2 times already, and then this year he's been nominated alongside the likes of Erling Haaland, and then he's still 23 years old. So yes, worth it here. I will go into the French League on where we talk about the magical man himself. Talking about Kylian Mbappe. I call him the Prince of Paris. Yes, as it is right now, looks like it's all but done and dusted, because he himself is now announced it that, come on guys, it's time to go after 7 years at the club. We'll take a look at that particular one as well. And yes, it's been confirmed and it's official that Finidi George will be leaving Ayimba FC of Aba at the end of the season. And yes, come next week, we'll be looking to get the official announcement from the Nigerian Football Federation as regard Coach Finidi George, his assistant, and in preparation for the World Cup qualifier, the 2026 World Cup, and that's going to be hosted in Canada, USA, and Mexico. All hands in glove right now. The major leagues in Europe are definitely wrapping up already, and yes, by next weekend, I'm talking about May 19th, I will be saying come summer, come next season. So much to talk about, so much to look into, and as it stands right now, looks like it's only in the English Premier League where there's a title running, because most of the top 5 leagues, even some let me not call them minor leagues, are already decided. Talk about the Eredivisie, where you have PSV and Eindhoven, you have the likes of the Portuguese league, where you have Sporting Lisbon, and yes, other leagues like that. But then the English Premier League is yet to be decided. The Italian Serie A, we already know Inter Milan are doing it for 20 times. You can talk about the German Bundesliga, where Bayer Leverkusen has done it for themselves. The Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid won it for a record 36 times. And yes, and the list goes on and on and on. How about in the English Premier League? We'll wait till next week. I will see how that one is going to pan out. Good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Sports Up Show right here on your number one urban lifestyle station, High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. That is me serving you a word of God on the menu for you this afternoon. Ayodeji is my name, and it's such an honor to be your host on the show this afternoon. All of the in-swingers, all of the lancer passes, the slams, the dunks, everything in between. So I'll be serving you on the Sports Up Show this afternoon. Welcome. And to the switch of the net right now. Let's get the show on the road.
With all the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Up on High Impact 102.1 FM. This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show. Still the Sports Off Show right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Calm, cozy, cool, and collected Saturday afternoon right here in the industrial city of Lagos. Welcome to the Sports Up Show. So much to talk about, so much to look into. Taking you through the very best stories in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. I tell you, I'll give it to you as I said, and I expect to hear it from you in the same way. Don't forget, we can disagree without disagreeing. Sportslicious one, yeah. And let's start from the home front. Talking about the under 17, the Golden Eaglets. Coach Manu Garba has picked the final 19-man squad for the Wafu B on the 17 AFCON qualifiers, which kicks off on Wednesday in Accra, Ghana. The Golden Eaglets are the defending champions, and they will fly into Accra with the mandate of not only successfully defending the regional crown, but also continue to improve the squad for a great outing at the under 17 AFCON and onwards to a probable 7th world title. The Eaglets will begin their defense of the title when they confront their counterparts from Burkina Faso at the University Stadium on Thursday, May 16th, with kickoff set for 3 p.m. Ghana time and 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Before matches against the Niger Republic on Sunday, May 19th, 6 p.m. Ghana time and 7 p.m. Nigerian time. And then the last game, which is going to be on Wednesday against Togo, May 22nd, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. The match against the Niger Republic will also be held at the University Stadium, while the clash with Togo will take place at the Accra Sports Stadium. Still talking football and still on the home front. Don't forget we brought this not so good news. Yesterday, I recall about that one because it happened 2 days ago. I will talk about retired footballer Ibrahim Bangida, a member of the 1993 under-17 World Cup winning Golden Eagle squad, who died in a ghastly accident along the Kano Zaria Road on Thursday, was buried yesterday according to Islamic rites. Bangida died while traveling with his older siblings and the Atlanta 1996 Olympics gold medalist Tijani Babangida, his wife, his 1.5-year-old son, and a maid who survived and are currently receiving treatment at the hospital in Zaria. Chieftain of the Professional Footballers Association of Nigeria, Aris Njala, said officials of the players' body were in Kaduna to pay their last respect to Babangida. Don't forget on Thursday, the news broke in a statement which read, comrades, let us be in prayer for our president, Tijani Babangida, who just had a ghastly motor accident along the Kaduna Zaria Road. The late Brian Woods, 47, was a member of the 1993 Under-17 World Cup winning Golden Eagle squad in Japan. He featured for local side Bank of the North, Stationery Stores and Katsina United on the domestic scene before joining Dutch side Volendam in 1997. And meanwhile, former Vice President of the Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, also commiserated with the Babangida family over the irreparable loss. Still on the old front and into other sports this afternoon, let's quickly talk about the Basketball African League. Yes, talk about the Kingsmen, talking about the Rivers Upas, doing amazingly well, flying the country's flag. So right now, played 4 games already, and yes, lost one a day before yesterday. That's talking about the game that was played against the host country, AS Douanes. They lost that particular one, 56-54. So heartbreaking, just by 2 points. And then they will be in action later this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Nigerian time, when they will be played against APR. Don't forget that the first round of matches, they went unbeaten. Won 3 games straight, and yes, right now they are still sitting at top of that table after 4 games. Won 3 and lost 1. Hopefully they get a win in this particular game as well, and yes, most importantly, be at top of the Sahara Conference. And yes, this particular one is coming from the team's top performer, Olisemeka, who says despite suffering their first loss at the ongoing 2024 Basketball Africa League, a 56-54 defeat to AS Douanes on Thursday, Nigerian champions Rivers Upas center Peter Olisemeka says the Kingsmen will be back better and stronger when they face APR today. Douanes had lost to the Port Harcourt-based team 77-68 in the first round, but they had a game-winning buzzer beater shot from Mike Fofana to thank as the 26-year-old came up with the best shot of his career to all the 3-game winning streak of the Nigerians. And with the win, the host of the 2024 Sahara Conference improved their record to 2 wins and 2 defeats. And with 2 games remaining in the conference, Olisemeka, who recorded his first BAL double-double of 16 points and 18 rebounds in the defeat, played down the shock loss. Upas head coach Ogo Oduadu says he's happy with his team's position, but adds that his team needs to go back to the drawing board. Meanwhile, 3 Upas stars have been listed among the 10 outstanding performers from the first 6 games of the Sahara Conference by FIBA Africa. The players are Kelvin Amayo, Divine Ike, and Will Perry. The man who plays basketball for a living. According to FIBA, Amayo contributed just 7 points and 8 assists in the Upas 77-68 win over AS Douanes in Game 1 of the competition, but his best outing was in the Upas 84-63 triumph over US Monastir, where he finished with a game high of 30 points. On his part, Ike couldn't have had a better Basketball African League debut. He shot 11 for 17 in the Nigerian champions opener to finish with 31 points while adding 12 rebounds. And while in the game against US Monastir, he finished with 16 points and 12 rebounds to become the only player in the conference to register 2 double-doubles. Perry was making his third appearance at the competition as per the heel draw for the Upas, running their offense with admirable class. His catch and shoot technique has given defenders a hard time, as was the case in the Upas 86-82 win over APR, where Perry finished 7 for 13 from behind the arc. He had made 2 more 3-pointers. He would have tied his own Basketball Africa League record for most 3-pointers made in a game. Well, the Upas still remain at the top of the conference with 3-1, 3 wins and 1 defeat, which is an amazing record. Still taking our stories from the home front this afternoon, and then we'll talk other sports a little bit. Yes, with less than 80 days to the start of the Paris 2024 Olympics, some tickets are still waiting to be punched right now, and then we'll talk about this particular one in the game of badminton. And yes, it's official right now that the 2 times African Games champion Anoluwapo Okpeyori has now qualified for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Okpeyori is the first Nigerian to qualify for 2 Olympic Games in badminton. Don't forget I was at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in the men's doubles as well. And yes, let's see. Hopefully, I guess to make something for himself at this year's Olympics as well. And to talking other sports this afternoon, let me give you a quick reminder that yes, the 11th African University Games is definitely gearing up. Talking about the biggest university sports event across the continent. which is going to be held at the University of Lagos right here in Nigeria, which is going to be between 20th to 29th September this year. All Lansing Globe for that particular one. Away from the home front right now, let's go to Europe, and then we'll start from the game of basketball as well. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs. Some amazing games went down last night. Games that got me, swept me off my feet as well, because I can tell you, they were breathtaking encounters. Let's start from this particular one, where Nikola Jokic stared as the Denver Nuggets, defending NBA champions, beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 117-90 to reduce the deficit to 2-1 in the Western Conference semifinals of the NBA playoffs. Serbian Jokic, who joined some of the NBA all-time greats by winning the league's Most Valuable Player award for the third time on Thursday, scored 24 points while recording 14 rebounds and 9 assists. His efforts in Minneapolis was complemented by Canadian Jamal Murray, who had 24 points as well. The Nuggets, who led by as many as 34 points at one stage, dominated the Timberwolves with all 5 starters scoring double figures. Game 4 of the best of 7 series take place on Monday, again in Minneapolis. And yes, at the stand right now, both of them, the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves, are now on 2-1. And yes, in another game that was played yesterday, American Tyrese Haliburton scored 35 points as the Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks 111-106 to avoid going 3-0 down in their Eastern Conference semifinals. I tell you, Tyrese Haliburton definitely wore a lot of champions up his sleeves last night, because yes, he was everywhere and made sure that definitely they got one back, and that is all to play for. Canada's Andrew Nemad emerged as an unlikely hero for the Pacers, scoring a 3-pointer with 17 seconds left to put his side in the lead in Indianapolis. American Dante DiVincenzo top scored for the Knicks with 35 points, and now the Pacers will attempt to level the series in Game 4 in Indianapolis on Sunday. Don't forget that from the greens of golf to the octagon of the UFC to the square roof of boxing, to the pitch of football, and also the courts of tennis, I've got stories for you that will get you jacked up. This Sportilicious one we have it right here on your number one urban lifestyle station, Empire Radio 102.1 FM. The very best stories in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. And yes, going to the world of tennis this afternoon. Before coming into the studio, I actually saw him going out for his practice session today, and he was wearing a helmet on his head, saying he's coming in prepared for today. That is in the world of Novak Djokovic, who was hit on the head by a water bottle as he signed autographs after his win at the Italian Open yesterday. A video on social media showed world number one Djokovic falling to the floor after being hit by the object, which came from the stands. Tournament organizers said the hard bottle had fallen out of the bag of someone in the crowd, and not like it was intentionally thrown at him. The 24-time Grand Slam champion stayed on the ground for a while before being helped out of the arena in Rome by security. A further video was posted that seemed to show a fan leaning over to get an autograph with the bottle slipping out of his rucksack. The incident happened as Djokovic approached supporters in the stands following a 6-3-6-1 win over Francis Corentin-Mote. I was signing a sheet of paper for a fan when the water bottle struck him on the head, on top of his head, and Djokovic is now due to play Chile's Alejandro Tabilo tomorrow in the next round. And in the WTA, Kitty Butler was knocked out in the second round of the women's singles in Rome after 6-4, 7-6, and that is a 10-8 defeat to Slovakian qualifier Rebecca Sramkova. Butler, who is seeded 26th for the tournament, was broken twice by the world number 120 early in the first set as she struggled for rhythm. British number one managed to steal a break back, but Sramkova was able to close in on the first set. Butler fought back from 2 breaks down in the second set, but squandered an opportunity to square the match when she was 5-4 up. And now the 27-year-old who saved 3 match points in the tiebreak before Sramkova came out on top in 2 hours and 7 minutes. And yes, in the men's doubles, Jamie Murray and Michael Venus wrapped up a 6-4-6-2 victory over Lloyd Glasspool and Jean-Julien Roger to reach the second round as well. And yes, talking about the game that is currently on the way right now, a quick update from the world of football. Let me let you know that Manchester City are now runaway winners. Of course, yes, it's now 4-0 to Manchester City at the Craven Cottage. A against Fulham. All to play for Arsenal against Manchester United tomorrow. Don't forget, Josko Ravidor definitely got a brace in that particular encounter. And yes, Manchester City once again wants to do it 6 times in 7 seasons. Can they go all the way? Phil Foden penalty and Julian Alvarez 90 minutes plus 6 additional time goal made it 4-0 for Manchester City. Still talking about tennis this afternoon, and let me give you an update. Talking about the match that is currently on the way now. Talking about the super duper tennis player, talking about Rafael Nadal playing his round of 64 encounter right now, and then he's in the second round as well. Talking about round of 64 right there against Hubert Ukas. Is now out of the competition in round of 64. Hubert Ukas won that particular one 6-1, 6-3, 6-1, 6-3 to Hubert Ukas, and now Rafael Nadal is also out of the Italian Open in round of 64. Not a good one, but then you can talk about the fact that Rafael Nadal is tired, but looking to get retired anytime soon. Let me give you insights into that particular encounter before we go into the king of all sports. Yes, before we switch to the football side of life. 7 seed has now down record 10-time champion at the Foco Italico. Hubert has delivered a high-class second-round performance today to defeat Rafael Nadal at the International BNL d'Italia, talking about the Italian Open, with a 6-1, 6-3 win. The 7 seed brought Nadal's illustrious career at the Rome ATP Masters 1000 to a close. Uka survived the marathon opening game on serve, during which he sat 5 break points before exerting his authority with a combination of big serving and high-powered ground strokes. The number 9 in the PIF ATP rankings wrapped victory in his maiden Lexus ATP head-to-head clash with Nadal in 93 minutes. His first win at the Foro Italico since 2020. At the stand right now, one man that has won 10 times in Rome already, and Nadal has now finished his career with a 70-90 record in the Italian capital after pulling through his 3-set battle with Jesus Bergs on Thursday. The 37-year raised his level to the early stages against Ukas. However, it was not enough to stop the charge of the pole, which saved all 7 break points he faced in the match, according to the ATP stats. Ukas will now try to reach the 4th round in Rome for the first time when he plays Thomas Martin Echeverry. The 25th seed Argentina earlier defeated Thiago Sebelot wide 6-3, 7-5 to seal his 3rd round spot as well. Away from the world of tennis, let's quickly make a switch into the world of football this afternoon. And I tell you, so much to talk about, so much to look into in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. Yes, let's go into the world of football. It's the Sports Talk Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. 7 the very best in the ever exciting world of sport.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information,
call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show, Sports Offshore 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. And yes, don't forget to send in your comments and your observations right there. We are live on Facebook at iImpact 102.1 FM, iImpact 102.1 FM. You can also join us live on YouTube at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. On X and Facebook, iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. A quick switch in the world of football this afternoon. I will start from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So much to talk about, so much to look into. And yes, in a significant development, ahead of the 2023 FIFA World Cup qualifying showdowns against South Africa and Benin, the Super Eagles have now received the major lift with the return of William Troost-Ekong to training. Troost-Ekong has been sidelined since undergoing surgery for an injury sustained during the 2023 African Cup of Nations, where his standard performance earned him the player of the tournament accolade after netting 3 goals, including the crucial strike against Cote d'Ivoire. Initially expected to be sidelined for the remainder of 2022-2023 season, the defender has remarkably bounced back from his injury setback and is now in contention for PAOK Salonika's final 3 league matches of the campaign. Yes, can talk about his timely return is looking to provide a significant boost for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are yet to secure a victory in the qualifiers. And yes, with his defensive prowess and leadership back in the fold, Nigeria will now be aiming to turn the tide and reignite the campaign for the World Cup qualification. Don't forget that earlier on in the show, I brought you the news that has been said that by next week, the NFF of Nigeria and also Coach Finidi George official announcement will be made next week, and they will be getting clear insights into what is to come. Talking about the list of the players that will be representing Nigeria. Talk about the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. All hands in glove right now, because I tell you, everyone is expectant of that particular one. And then it's been said that Enyimba FC the team current winners of the Nigerian Premier Football League, who are still on course to do another one this season. Yes, definitely we'll be looking to part ways with the manager. Talking about Coach Finidi George once his announcement has been confirmed by the Nigerian Football Federation. And then it's been said that his assistant right now, Olanrewaju Yemi, will be taking charge in the interim. We are hoping that Olanrewaju Yemi as well will be looking to do the same thing his boss did last season, maybe retaining the Nigerian Premier Football League title. Don't forget that the league is currently on break. This is to give Rivers United ample time to cover up with all the matches that they missed already. And then a couple days ago as well, talking about the match day 22, the outstanding match between Rivers United and Kwara United. That one was played on Thursday, and yes, that was a 0-0 draw between the two sides at the Ilorin Township Stadium in Kwara State. Rivers United could not get an away win, and Kwara United at home as well could not do the spoils against the visiting Rivers United. And yes, don't forget that during the course of the week as well, we also brought you the news that Stanley Iguma, the longest serving coach in the Nigerian Premier Football League, was relieved of his job earlier this week. That was prior to the game between Kwara United. Of course, it was said that it was his assistant that was in the dugout for that particular encounter. And as it stands right now, Rivers United still got a couple more games to go, like 3 of them right now, because after playing Raymond Stars, played Niger Tornadoes, and also played Kwara United, they now have to go play against Sunshine Stars. That one will be in Akure till Sunday, May 12, and then they will also be in action again on Wednesday, May 15, which is going to be the last of it, and then we'll see the league returning by next month. Don't forget that the round of 32 matches in the President Federation's Cup, talking about round of 32 matches, will be coming up later this month as well, on 22nd. And now the table looks now since Rivers United also played against Kwara United. Rivers United are back in 11th on the log after playing 29 matches. They now have 41 points. Yes, presently Rangers International are still very much at top of the league, with Raymond Stars following closely, just 1 point difference at 57 and 56. And then are third on the log with 53 points after playing 32 matches. Away from the Nigerian on front, let's go to Europe. I tell you, so much to talk about, so much to look into. And yes, last night we saw the news. Well, it's not strange to us because we already know it's going to happen. But yes, and that's talking about Kylian Mbappe, who will be leaving Paris Saint-Germain after 7 years. talk about Ike, I saw. But you cannot talk about the fact that he conquered, because yes, he did not win any major trophy except for the normal trophy that is supposed to be won in France. Talk about the French Ligue 1 and also at the French Cup as well. And yes, let's go into the story right now. Our Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique has said he was proud to have had Kylian Mbappe in his team and understood the club's all-time leading scorer's decision to end the 7-year stay. Mbappe, whose contract expires this season, announced his departure in a video yesterday after months of speculations about his future. And the announcement now brings Real Madrid closer to ending their year-long pursuit of the France international, who is widely regarded as one of the best players in the world. I mean, people are actually, talking about the fact that how on earth will Paris Saint-Germain be allowing him to leave on a free. Well, losing Mbappe, who has scored 255 goals for Paris Saint-Germain in all competition, was won 6 Ligue 1 titles with them, will not change things at the club, and that's according to coach Luis Enrique right now. Don't forget that just a couple of fortnights ago, the team lost to Borussia Dortmund in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and yes, looks like a very important one to them, but they could not do it on the eye, and now they will be looking to play in the French Cup against Lyon on May 25. Hopefully, Kylian Mbappe will still be able to lift a piece of silverware before he finally drops the jersey of the Paris Saint-Germain ladies. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain will have now won the Ligue 1 title for the 3rd time in a row. I will be hosting 12th place Toulouse this Sunday, which will be Mbappe's last home game for them. It does happen like that, you agree with me? The Sports Talk Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and yes, it's taking stories from the world of football, the football side of life. Just after what we saw happen in the European leagues this weekend. Talk about the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, and also the UEFA Conference League. Italy and Germany have now earned an extra spot in the Champions League next season after their clubs performed well in European competitions this season, according to Europe's soccer governing body. UEFA said yesterday. With the Champions League expanding to 36 teams next season, UEFA said 2 of the 4 additional places will be filled by European performance sports, which goes to associations with the best collective performance by their clubs in UEFA competitions. And after the semi-final legs of the Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League concluded this week, UEFA said Italy and Germany are guaranteed to finish in the top 2 of the 2023-2024 Association Club coefficient. And as it stands right now, Borussia Dortmund are outside the top 4 in the Bundesliga, but will qualify in 5th place. Dortmund are also in Champions League final, where they will play against Real Madrid. And should they beat the Spanish giants, they will qualify as winners either ways. Their German rivals are Bundesliga champions Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League final, where they will face Italian side Atalanta. This one are very special to a lot of Nigerian football enthusiasts, because why not? It's going to be a battle of the Nigeria brothers, Nathan Teller, Victor Boniface, and also Ademola Lookman, who is also firing on all cylinders for Atalanta this season. And I tell you, Atalanta, they are on course to win a trophy, a major European trophy in the history of the club, Atalanta. I mean, amazing feat here. And don't forget that Ademola Lookman now has 20 goals contribution for his club this season. Talking about 12 goals and 8 assists. Amazing feat for someone who was deemed not too good for the English Premier League. But then he had his stay in the English Premier League as well. Don't forget that I had a couple stints with Fulham, and also was at Everton at the point in time before he moved. He jumped ship and then went to Italy, where it's definitely made it the familiar ground for him at Atalanta this season. And yes, to come down the UEFA coefficient, AS Roma are also in contention. Both teams on 60 points, while Lazio are 4 points behind. Premier League club Manchester City and Arsenal exited the Champions League in the quarterfinals, which definitely odds England's chances of improving its club coefficient. Aston Villa were also knocked out of Europa Conference semi-finals on Thursday, and then they can stay the 4th and final spot if they win their next game to deny 5th place Tottenham Hotspur a place in the Champions League. And yes, away from that word, still taking football stories on the Sports Talk Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. This right here is your number one urban lifestyle station, and I tell you, someone told me something here. Says if you lack resources, then you will be resourceful. This is the exact same word you can talk about when you're talking about the current state of affairs in Chelsea. Before we go into that one, I've still got some stories. Yes, I'll leave that Chelsea story for later, because I've actually got a couple of handful of stories to share with you on the sports of this afternoon. And let's go to the Spanish La Liga this afternoon, where coach Carlo Ancelotti is now saying that Vinicius Jr. is very close to first Ballon d'Or win. Vinicius Jr.'s dazzling performance at Real Madrid have put the Brazilian forward in conversation to win his first Ballon d'Or. Manager Carlo Ancelotti said yesterday during his press conference that the 23-year-old deserved to win the prestigious award. It's not just his coach right now, because I could recall I was having an off-air banter with one of my colleagues a couple days ago. That was nice. Borussia Dortmund were also in action in the UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg, and then we're having this banter, and the person said, okay, you know what, looks like Vini Jr. might just be in contention for Ballon d'Or this season. I'll be like, okay, he might talk about how much and how important and how spectacular it's been for Real Madrid this season. But then if you take other factors into consideration, you trust UEFA. Sometimes they can do and they cannot do. And one thing I've known for sure is the fact that we cannot take politics away from football. Well, Vinicius has netted 5 times and provided as many assists in the Champions League alone, and this season he has helped Madrid to book a place in the final while also scoring 13 goals in La Liga, which they clinched for a record extending 36 times last weekend. At the record 14 times, we are looking to go for the Apollo 15 on June 1 at the Wembley Stadium. We'll be playing against Borussia Dortmund, and yes, it is now being said that Vini Jr. Can be in contention for the Ballon d'Or, just like it's been talked about Nigerian players as well. Talking about who and who will be looking to win the African Player of the Year award for this year. A lot of names flying in the air, popping here and there. I'll wait till that time before we go straight into it. But then still taking football stories on the Sports Up Show this afternoon, right here on 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. I tell you one thing is for sure, that whatever your agenda is, I've definitely got you on my agenda, serving the very best in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world or sport. Don't forget you can drop me a message, your comment on my Facebook page. Yes, my Facebook page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. I will talk about the game that will go down tomorrow, where one is already decided. Talking about the game between Manchester City at the Craven Cottage against Fulham. 4-0 that one ended. But the big one for tomorrow, which is more like another installment in the title race, is the game between Manchester United at Old Trafford against Arsenal. Don't forget, Arsenal have not won at the Old Trafford in 15 meetings right now. They've gone to the Old Trafford 15 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 15, and they've not got a win. The last time Arsenal scored a goal at Old Trafford was scored by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the year 2020. You can see it's been a long time coming. That's like 4 years now. So what do you think will be coming out on top of that particular word? Let me have your say. Can Manchester United put a dent to Arsenal's title charge against Manchester City? Don't forget that Manchester City they love it when it comes to this one. To them, victory is an obsession, and they definitely make it a possession. Talk about Pep Guardiola. He knows how to do that one very well. Taking stories from the exciting world of football this afternoon, and I tell you, this particular game between Arsenal and Manchester United, the talk of the town, one game that does not seem to have lost its relevance, even when Manchester United are deep in form. But you can talk about Arsenal definitely flying so high at this point in time. I mean, the question here, can Arsenal definitely break the bad drought? Well, in the last time out, the last 5 matches, they've won 4 and lost 1. I mentioned to you at the start of the show that the only game they lost was the game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. But then in the English Premier League, they've been firing on all cylinders. The same cannot be said about Manchester United though, because the last Manchester United win was that Navy 4-2 win against Sheffield United. Not to go to right on my bar. But then Coach Eric Ten Hag actually talking about the number of injury lists is talking about he's still having suffered 65 injuries this season. 65 this season. Well, a couple players are returning already, but he's saying no. He's not going to be rushing any of his players back into action. Cause what? There's the final of the FA Cup that is going to be played less than 2 weeks to this time. Yes, that game is going to be played on Saturday, May 25. Less than 2 weeks to go. I'm talking about the finals of the FA Cup. The likes of Lisandro Martinez is back. Maybe or maybe not, we'll be seeing Luke Shaw also back. So yes, Coach Eric Ten Hag definitely on his own feels like he has an excuse for whatever it is that is happening at Manchester United right now. Talking about him having to manage 65 injuries to his players this season. But yes, just like I'm saying, still the Sports Option 9 Radio 102.1 FM. Manchester City are edging closer to the title. Can Arsenal do something like that again tomorrow? Right now, we are building up to 6 games in the English Premier League this afternoon. Nottingham Forest will be hosting Chelsea at the City Ground. Why Burnley, their relegation might be confirmed today if they fail to win at Tottenham Hotspur. I tell you, much more games are coming thick and fast in the English Premier League. And yes, Tottenham can also ensure a top 5 finish, meaning qualification for the Europa League at worst if they win. And then Newcastle lose to Brighton, and Chelsea and Manchester United both fail to win. At this time of the season, you to say something, talk about mathematics. Right now, it's getting mathematical. Every team right now bringing out their pen and paper. You cannot say the same against teams like Manchester City, Arsenal, and even Aston Villa, who are like 5 points atop of their close team, which is Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, very 7 points gap between the 4th position and the 5th position in the English Premier League. The only place where it's so tight is the 1st and 2nd. Well, you can put Liverpool in the mix as well. Yes, if anything happens to Arsenal though, maybe they lose their last 2 matches. I know Arsenal fans will not want to hear that from me. Do you see Manchester United doing a dent to Arsenal's title charge? And that is my question for you on the show this afternoon. Don't forget that match is still to come in the English Premier League today. Everton will have confirmed their spot in the English Premier League next season. Will be hosting Sheffield United at the Goodison Park at 3 p.m. About 7 minutes away from now, Tottenham Hotspur as well will be hosting Burnley at the London Stadium. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be hosting Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace who did Manchester United dirty the last time out. 4-0 down ended. And Bournemouth will be hosting Brentford. While Newcastle United will be hosting Brighton and Hove Albion at the St James Park. While West Ham United will be hosting Luton Town, and Nottingham Forest at the City Ground will be hosting Chelsea. Away from the English Premier League, let me quickly give you a rundown of matches that will be going down this afternoon in the Spanish La Liga. Don't forget, it's been confirmed already that Real Madrid are already winners of the Spanish La Liga. But then matches are currently on the way. Right now, 90 minutes already into the additional time of 6 minutes. It's the game between Mallorca and La Palmas. 1-0, that one is looking like it's going to end here. And then away from now, 15 minutes down the flip side of 3, I'll be seeing Villarreal will be hosting Sevilla, while Granada will be hosting league winners Real Madrid at 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time. And then there's an official communication from Real Madrid already talking about their title parade, which is going to be coming up next week. Athletic Club will be hosting Osasuna at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And in the German Bundesliga, 22 minutes of matches already. RB Leipzig against Werder Bremen. 23 minutes played already. It's still 0-0. Freiburg up against NAM 88. 22 minutes played already. Still 0-0. While Borussia Mönchengladbach 1-0 up at home against Eintracht Frankfurt. While FC Cologne are losing 0-2 at home to Union Berlin. At 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time, Menzo 5 will be hosting Borussia Dortmund. Are the Champions League finalists. Amen. In the Italian Serie A, Napoli will be hosting Bologna 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Looking forward to that one and to see whether or not the African Player of the Year, the current African Player of the Year, Victor Osimhen, will still be putting up a show in that particular one. Don't forget that the last time he definitely put up a show, scoring that goal against his familiar foe. Talking about Maduka Okoye of Udinese. 1-1 that one ended. Milan will also be hosting Cagliari at 7:45 p.m. Nigerian time. And that's a rundown of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Matches across other leagues as well are coming up to this afternoon, stroke evening, and they can talk about tonight as well. Sports Option 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. Before I call it a wrap on the package, let me quickly give you a rundown talking about transfer beats as we have them on the back pages of the major dailies this afternoon. Amazing time it is here. Going towards the tail end of the season, I can tell for sure that there will be some movement from here to this place. Players switching sides, even managers. Their future will be looking to be decided. Don't forget that during the course of the week, David Moyes as well was released of his job for the second time at West Ham United, and now Julian Lopetegui, the Spanish manager, will be the one who will be in charge of West Ham come next season. David Moyes, by the way, definitely did what he could for that particular team. Talking about West Ham United, winning for them their first major trophy. Talking about the UEFA Europa Conference League last season. And is maintained between the top half of this table for them and the last 2 seasons as well. Amazing feat, David Moyes, take about manager, do take about. Yes, talking about transfer bids, as I have them on the back pages of the major daily, it's been said that Barcelona are prioritizing the signing of a defensive pivot, but we aim to sign Athletic Club winger Nico Williams. Once that position has been filled, the Blaugrana are clear that they need explosiveness on the left wing, and the 21-year-old is a favored option out of the players who are within their reach. Barca considered a transfer fee of just over 50 million euros to be fair, and while they would have preferred to sign Williams as a free agent, they understand the renewal in December was a logical step for Athletic Club. Barca complete the aforementioned move for a pivot with Bayern Munich Joshua Kimmich and Real Sociedad Martin Zubimendi being named, and they could play a classic 4-3-3 with Williams on one wing and Lamine Yamal on the other. And away from that, Liverpool are leading the race for Union Saint-Gilloise forward Mohamed Amora. Amora with 23 goals and 7 assists across 45 appearances in all competitions this season, and they has attracted interest from Bundesliga side Wolfsburg. Liverpool reportedly view him as a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah and could snap him up for a bargain of 20 million euros this summer. Away from that, just like I mentioned, that Barcelona want a new midfielder, but they will face opposition from Arsenal and Juventus for Real Sociedad Martin Zubimendi. Zubimendi, who is 25, has a 60 million pounds release clause in his contract. And yes, away from that, Arsenal left back Kieran Tierney says he could leave the club this summer after spending this season on loan with Real Sociedad. And away from that as well, Xavi Simons and Paris Saint-Germain will decide the attacking midfielder's future before the Euros. According to reports, I believe they are keen to sign the 21-year-old on loan again, but we face competition for Barcelona and Premier League clubs. The Dutchman have a say in the final decision. Just like I broke it to you the other time, that Kylian Mbappe has announced PSG exit ahead of the likely Real Madrid move. We are waiting to see what is going to happen. His next match and his last game at the Parc des Princes will be on Sunday, which will be Mbappe's final home game, and his final game for the club is scheduled to be the French Cup final against Lyon on May 15. Sports Option Empire Radio 102.1 FM. I tell you, and that's how much I can take on the show for today. Many thanks to you for being a part of it. And once again, let me remind you that 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, a big day in the English Premier League. And it's my big question: do you think Manchester United can do a dent to Arsenal's title hope? Don't forget, Arsenal have only won one of their last 16 Premier League trips to Old Trafford with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scoring the winner in 2020. So much to talk about, so much to look into. Talking about that particular game, friends turn foe. Let's see how it's going to be like. They want to win their first league title in 20 years. I mean, Arsenal definitely won this one with all of their power and all of their might. I mean, Mikel Arteta saying yesterday that the only thing he's thinking about right now is for them to lift the league title. Amazing feat is going to be for Arsenal. Because yes, I mean, it's not going to take anything away from the other top side. Even if Arsenal win the league this year, it will not give them or it will not put them on the same level with the likes of Manchester United, Manchester City, and even Liverpool. You can even talk about Chelsea, because yes, it's been a long time coming, and all of these teams have once again left Arsenal far behind. That's how much I can take on the show for today. Many thanks to you for being a part of it. To everyone who joined us online at iimpactstudios.com. Just go there, you see the TV option, you see the radio option, you click on the radio, i-impactstudios.com. That's where you get to listen to us online. And if you're watching me on Facebook, iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM, on X at iImpact 102.1 FM. Just so you know, Empire Radio 102.1 FM. We are everywhere you go, and we are always here to give you the best of everything, fun and exciting, the perfect blend of information, education, and entertainment, just the way you like it on your radio. Ayodeji is signing out this afternoon. Stay sportive, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated. Most importantly, do what to stay safe out there. Do what to stay safe. Make sure you engage in one sporting activity or the other, because I tell you, it does more good to you than it's going to harm you. Yes, we're looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow in the English Premier League. The title running. So exciting. So exciting. Stay with us right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Aria Express will be coming up next on your airway. I tell you, see you when I see you. Sayonara, Indathenga, Shishine, Danke Shnonan. Good afternoon, citizens. Bye.
The King of Radio.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information,
call 0706 393 5694 0915 958 18.